Hi friends, it's Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I am Christina.
Hi.
This is Ember, my trusty little sidekick. My little baby. My only baby until my next one gets here in the summer. So today, miss my chair. We're going to make pork rind nachos. And
it gotta be good.
avocado chips.
Yeah,
So.
and it's gotta be good.
Yes, you gotta be good. It's gonna be good, right? I've never tried these recipes before, so I'm making it. I'm trying it, and I will let you know, and you will see what's going on. So, I was thinking today, and everybody's doing this ketogenic diet. Shh. Let Grandma talk for a minute, then you can. And I think I'm gonna look more into it. High fat, low carb. I just not sure. And then they're doing intermittent fasting with it, which I think I can handle the fasting. That's no big deal. Just drink water or coffee or tea with no sugar. Or I guess you could use a sugar substitute, but only certain ones. So that's something that I was looking into this morning. I have some things wrote down. So if any of you are on the keto, please comment down below and tell me, how do you like it? What do you eat? Now, the pork rind nachos is a recipe from KetoConnect. I love them. They do a lot of videos. They do a lot of researching into the keto. They're both on keto. They've been on it for a while. And so if you're not familiar with them, I suggest you go over and check them out. And I know Nicole Burgess, this is her 12th week of keto, and she is doing wonderful. And Christy Davis, she has lost 14 pounds, 12 pounds in 14 days, or 14 pounds in 12 days. Something like that. But if you go on over there and you check out their videos, just tell them Christina in Michigan sent you. And we will just get on with our day. So with the nachos, I put so much in a bowl, and then I got to do it in the processor. And then I got to come back and add more to the bowl, do it in the processor. So the processor is over there. You guys are over here. So you will stay here while I run back and forth to the processor. And I have my baking sheet already with my parchment paper. A little bit of oil on your baking sheet, and your parchment paper lays down. It's not rolling all over the place. I picked that tip up on a video somewhere here on YouTube. Wonderful tip. Now, the only thing is I do not have a scale. And everything is in ounces or grams. So being on keto, I guess that's what really needs to be done. The ounces or the grams and the scale, and you need to measure everything out. And it works out better. So what we're going to do is we need 1.5 ounces of pork rinds. So I have my handy dandy little converter, which is Pampered Chef, and I love this. It's got both sides. It's measure equivalents, and then on this side is recipe conversions. So we're going to use the measure side, and so 3 ounces is between 1/3 cup and 1/2 cup. So I have my 1/2 cup here. That's not my 1/2 cup, that's my 1/4 cup. I don't have my 1/2 cup. I left my 1/2 cup. Hang right on. Here, talk to him.
I'm going to go today, and I will say,
Okay, so here is my 1/2 cup. Come on, baby. And we're going to use the Max Pork Rinds Jumbo Party Size. Now, my grandson, he eats these too. He didn't know what they were, so I gave him one. He loves them. I bought these because I was eating them from the dollar store, their brand. I was eating them from Aldi's, which they're good. But I tried these, and man, these are like really, really good. And they have a barbecue. Barbecue's my favorite. So once these are gone, I just get a smaller bag of these. If because you can coat chicken and everything in them. So I figured get a smaller bag of these to have for cooking, and then the barbecue ones for eating. But I'll tell you what, I almost used the barbecue ones to make these nachos, but I had these and I want to get these myself. So, okay, so now this is, it just says, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but it has to matter because 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 pork rinds is going to be the ounces, 1.5 ounces. So what we're going to do is we're going to crush them up a little bit, and then we'll put them in the processor to get them where we need them. So, I figure this looks pretty good. Put it in our bowl. Then our next is 3 ounces of Queso Fresco. So 3 ounces, oh, I did that wrong. 1/2 ounces is between, actually is less than a 1/4 cup. So that's why I have my 1/4 cup out. So let's take the 1/4 cup. We'll do it this way with what we already have. The Queso Fresco is, so we have a little bit extra, but. So this is our 1.5 ounces of pork rinds. So then we'll take our leftovers and put it in here. So then we need 3 ounces of Queso Fresco, which is between the 1/2 cup and the 1/3 cup. So I just cut my Queso Fresco, then you just crumble it in your, hang on. And I know it would be so much easier. Once I get a scale. Okay, Ember, baby, drop. Here, take this and dump it in there. Take this right here and put it in the bowl for Grandma. Can I move? Well, excuse me. Okay, there you go. It's going to be the Ember show pretty soon. Dump it all in there, baby. Good job. No, put it back on them. All right. I'll be back after processing. I have a towel over here. Wipe my... Alright, here's the Ninja, and I don't know, I have to break out the food processor, she still hasn't opened it. So now what we're going to do is we need a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. And then you're going to take your seasonings and you're going to put them into the queso mixture with the cheese. With pork rinds. Did you guys know Queso Fresco? I didn't. That you can fry it?
Can I do it?
I did not know that you could fry it. It's actually very tasty.
Can I try?
Okay, we need a 1/4 cup of cumin. So,
I try?
I'm sorry, a 1/4 teaspoon of
Can I
cumin.
try?
Put it in here.
Okay. Yeah. And...
Yep, dump it. All right. Now, my sous chef. Put it back here. Put it in there again. Make it in here. Good job. And a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Garlic. So it'll be 2 of
can I
these.
put that in? Ooh,
Make sure you hit this.
it's so yummy.
It's so yummy. Is that what? You've
Yeah.
never had it.
Yeah. It's so...
A 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. This girl's something else.
It's good. Can I try it? Can I try it? Can I try it? I want to try it. I want to try it.
Dump it in there. Everything's going in there. I'm putting 2 because, like I said, I'm using my 1/8.
It says a week.
teaspoon. I needed an eighth or something, so I figured just be just as easy to use this. All right, dump that in there. Put that back. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper.
Ooh, I love it. It's so yummy. I'm gonna mix this up.
Pepper doesn't want to open.
So it's not gonna open.
Oh, we're gonna open it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So the open it.
1/4 teaspoon of black pepper.
And I'm gonna dump.
1. Make sure you make it in there.
Okay. Dump it in there. And it's
2 in there. And an 1/8 teaspoon of pink salt. Now I have the Salt 84, the Himalayan pink salt, the fine grain. It's a pound. It was at the dollar store for $1. So it's pure, no calories, 420 milligrams of sodium, no protein, no fat, no carbs. You just use it as you would a table salt. Use it for all your cooking and baking needs. Now this is from the salt mines in Pakistan. So it's processed here in New Jersey, but that's where the salt has to come from, as long as you know that it's the Himalayan salt, not made here. Or I don't even know if it's processed here, it's packaged here. So if it tells you that you have pink salt, Himalayan pink salt, and it's in the United States, I don't think it's really pink salt. That was another video I watched on YouTube. I'll have to get his name. Now, personally, I do not like salt. Amber, dump it, baby.
I can't. It says salt in my eye.
Oh, okay. I do not like salt. I grew up in a salt-loving family. And my mom just got to a point where she started just not putting salt in my stuff, putting it to the side. Now my sodium is low, so guess who's got to eat salt? So now I'm just going to mix it all up.
Can I mix it up?
What I'm going to do is I like paprika. So I'm putting a heaping 1/8 of a teaspoon in of the paprika. Mix it up, stir it up. All right, good job. Okay, I shall return after we process this. All right, so this is how it came out of the Ninja, and I really think next time I definitely have to get the processor. I'm just going to stir it up a little bit more. Then it says, oh, you have to preheat your oven to 450, yes, 450. So you dump it on a greased cookie sheet or cookie sheet with parchment paper, and I have the parchment. So then you just flatten it out as thick or as thin as you like them. So I'm flattening out. I like mine on the thinner side. Even though I do love a nice flour nacho shell with some fresh guacamole. We have a restaurant here, a Mexican restaurant there, that's just the best. But I haven't eaten there in 4 years. And then I'm one who tries not to eat a lot of chips and salsa, so I can eat some of my order, my lunch, my dinner, whatever I order. So I think mine are going to be pretty much on the thin side. I'll show you after I flattened it out. And this is definitely not a big recipe at all. So this is what they turned out like. So now we're going to put them in the oven for 5 minutes. Then remove them and cut into shape sizes and bake for an additional 10 minutes at 400. So when these get done, we shall return. Okay. Excuse me. They are in for their second go around. They came out, they're very thin. There's not a lot. So when I cut them, I just separated them and put them in for 5 minutes instead of 10. Now our avocado crisp. One large ripe avocado, it's ripe. So we're gonna cut it. Twist. And we'll just use the knife to scoop it out. Now, I saw this on Life by Jen, I believe it was. And she changed the recipe. And she said where it was from, and I forget because I just wrote it down. Some of my other ones I have printed out, so I know what websites they're from. And this one I just wrote it down. But this is the original recipe. So this is a really good way to get healthy fats in. Which I like avocados. I love avocados. I think tonight we're supposed to have double-decker tacos tonight. So I'm just thinking, make me a nice big salad. And then I can put the avocado crisp on my salad. Who needs croutons? Okay, so now what you're going to do, now this is supposed to be at 350, so I'll let the oven cool down a little bit in between. So you're going to mash your avocado till it's nice and smooth, which on a ripe avocado doesn't take long. How do you know an avocado's ripe? Well, not sure. I always look at it as it's on the softer side and it's a dark green. If I'm wrong, somebody please let me know. And if there's a way to tell a ripe avocado from not so ripe avocado, and I was wrong, please let me know. So as we're mashing and stirring, this is what it's looking out like. So why you want it smooth is before the crisp. So it'll be kind of like avocado chips. You're just mashing and stirring. Mashing and stirring. So I think this is good. It's good for me. This is what it looks like. Alright, so after your avocado gets nice and mushy, you're going to stir in the seasonings. So the seasonings they have is 3/4 cup of fresh Parmesan. And, you know, everybody says that the bag cheese isn't good for you. And I never really paid, I listened and I thought, yeah, you know, to fresh, it does make a difference. But yet I'm buying this. That's already great. It's not making me wonder. I guess I should need to get my Parmesan and grate it instead of buying it like this. So when I finish up using these, I will be grating my own Parmesan, I guess. Okay, it's 3/4 cup. And then we want 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm thinking this is to save the avocado from turning colors. 1 teaspoon. Here we go. And now we need a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and Italian seasoning. So garlic powder, again, I'm just using my 1/8 cup, so this will be 4 instead of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on the Italian seasoning. I'm looking for it and I got everything right in line.
Grandma.
What, Ember?
I'm gonna pop my burrito.
1, 2, 3, 4. top back on. So salt and pepper, just it says to season with salt and pepper. So a good shake of the pepper. Oven's ready. And then salt. Now it also says to sprinkle right before baking everything but the bagel, or everything seasoning. It's for bagels and more. I got this one at Walmart's. It was $2 something. But since my salt is low, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a little bit of pink salt. And so now we're just going to stir everything up. These, when Jen made them, they looked so good. I hope they smell so good. I hope they turn out good. Now, the thinner you flatten them, the crispier they will become. So I'm going to be trying to get mine as thin as I can. And you put them on a baking sheet with parchment paper again. And you're going to need your spray oil. Okay, let me go get the baking sheet and a spoon. Alrighty, so I just going to use the same pan and parchment paper. But this is what the nacho crisps turned out like. And instead of 10 minutes, I just cooked them for 5 minutes. They're a little, the edges are a little burnt around it. So next time, and there's not really that many here. Let me show you this way. It's not that many at all. You can see around the edges how they had a little burnt. So next time, this is a learning experience. So next time, I'm not going to make them until I get a scale. And then I think I'm going to double the recipe. Because if you want them thin, I think you should double or triple the recipe because it's not very big as you saw. So now after you mix up your avocado, it says to take a, we'll use the 1/4 cup, to take a heaping table or heaping teaspoon. So we're just going to use this one. And we're going to put it down. You need to keep them 3 inches apart. This one's got a little much, so we'll take some of that. And you can see when you put them on the tray how they look, and they're somewhat all about the same size. I just hope they're 3 inches apart. So now, after you get them all on the tray, I need to put one more. We'll put that one right there. So we're going to take the rest. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. Fresh avocado. This one's a little bit on the small side, but that's okay. This one probably won't be as crisp as the other ones where I put it. So now you're to take, whoops, the daisy. I knocked you guys down. Sorry, I dropped you. So now you're to take, I'm taking a 1/4 cup measuring spoon. And you're going to flatten it with the back of a spoon or a cup. I'm going to use a measuring cup. You're going to spray oil on the back of the cup, so when you flatten it, it doesn't stick. So the spray that I sprayed, I'm going to get 2 avocados. flattened. And then I'm gonna just spray again a little bit. Move on to 3. This isn't taking no time at all. And like I said, you flatten out as thin as you would like them to be. Because the thinner they are, the more crispy they are. And to me, thin and crispy is more like potato chips. Now see, this one's sticking a little bit. So, we didn't spray that much on this one. So we only got 1 instead of 2. So we'll spray it good, and then we'll move on to this one. Get this one flattened in. And make sure you use a big cookie tray. This is one of my medium-sized ones, and it's not quite working out for as much as I want them to be crisp. So we're going to take some of this avocado and put it here. And flatten it out. I don't know, even if they're thin and they kind of cook together, I don't think it would be that bad. So we're going to see. I might have to take some off because I'm not going to have room for some of them. Yeah, there's 3 of them here. Well, 2.5. So we're going to take these back. Put them back in the bowl. To make sure we get these nice and flat. And then I'll show you what they look like going into the oven. Like I said, it's trial and error. I always follow a recipe exactly as it says the first time. And then I take it to add more seasoning, less seasoning of this, to see, you know, to your own liking. And I think most everybody does that. Let's just get this away from each other. Flatten it this way. And then I will show you what they look like. Okay, so here's the first batch. Got avocado on my baby. So here's the first batch. So we have 6 of them on there. They're quite large because of flatten, if you can see how thin they are. So now you bake these for 15 to 25 minutes until they're crisp. Then you let them cool completely and serve at room temperature. So we shall return when we have avocado crisp. Okay, so this is what has happened since we were waiting. The avocado crisp chips turned out so nice at 17 minutes. There was a couple that didn't quite crisp in the middle all the way, like this one didn't right here. It's a little bit thicker, but one first recipe. So these are going to be awesome. The nacho chips. There was a couple that I tasted them, and there was a couple that were kind of soft in the middle, and I didn't care for that. Again, live and learn. So if you like them thicker, just cook them a little bit longer. If you like them thinner, just make sure that you pat them out all the way. So what I was going to do, because I'm not low carb, I'm just trying to watch what I'm eating, but still eat. So this is my plate. It has 2 of the, let me put this plate. It has 2 of the avocado crisp, a dollop of daisy, some mild cheddar cheese, and some barbecue shredded chicken. So I'm gonna have to look up the avocado chips. I didn't put that down. But the pork rind nachos, that's 1 net carb per serving. Then this is the pulled chicken I have. And it's Aldi's brand. It's really good. But there's 190 calories, 1 gram of fat, 18 grams of protein, and 27 carbs. So, I'll show you. Oh. Come on, focus, focus. Alright, I'm not sure if that focused because I can't see. I have trifocals. But this on my plate is a half a serving. So a serving is 5 ounces. So this is 2.5 ounces. The pork rind nachos and 2 of the avocados. So, oh, and before when I put the avocados in, I forgot to put the everything seasoning. So as soon as I remembered, I just pulled them out of the oven, sprinkled it on, and you see it took really well. There's 2 more left. Like I said, 17 minutes seemed to be good for the most part. I will probably definitely cook them a little bit longer. Or get them out thinner because I was afraid. I wasn't sure how they were going to fit on the tray. So I need to use a bigger tray and get them thinner. So we're going to take a bite. And we have some cheese, some chicken, and sour cream on the avocado chip.
Now, when we stop your mouth, and the girls, those are toys, but that's how I name it toy.
That is so good.
Her name was his toy.
I know the chicken's not good for you because of the barbecue sauce. It's got 24 grams of sugar. But on KetoConnect, they make their own barbecue sauce, and they have the recipe on there. And then I believe that Stubbs has a sugar-free barbecue sauce that everybody says is really good. And Walden Farms. My friend tried the Walden Farms, I believe it's called. She did not like it. She said it was bad. That was one of the nachos. And that one was crispy. But what I did, I heat up the chicken, put it on, threw it in the microwave to melt the cheese. I wasn't going to throw it back in the oven to melt. Heat the chicken up and melt the cheese so they would get crisp again. But I haven't ate today, so I'm hungry and I gotta go to my grandson's school, the middle grandson, because March is reading month and Grandma's a guest reader. I'll be right back. Hi everyone, it's, I don't know, about 6:30 or so. I'm out on the front porch in my big cozy jacket because it's a little chilly. I just got done with dinner about 15-20 minutes ago. I ended up having a double-decker taco. Hard taco shell, some refried beans, soft taco shell, meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, sour cream. I only ate one. It wasn't stuffed. The reason I'm staying out on my front porch is my real life behind that door is 3 children. 8, 6, and 3. And I don't know if you guys are ready for my real life yet, because some days I'm not ready for my real life. The boys were on the computer playing a game and jumping up and down loud, and my granddaughter, little Miss M, is watching Hercules. For a minute, she'll be quiet. So it's just my son and daughter-in-law home, so there's still a lot of noise. Me and the dog came outside. So I've decided I'm going to go shopping. I don't know. I like to say next week, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go next week or the week after. I'm going to try next week. Maybe I don't know, because I guess next week is spring break. Yay! I have 3 children to drive Grandma crazy. So next Monday's video, Should be very interesting. All week's videos that I do should be very interesting. But I've decided, I think, that I'm going to seriously look into keto. I have it pulled up on my computer right now, so when I go back in the house, I'm going to do some research on it. And if not next week, then definitely the week after. I think I'm going to start. I'm just going to make sure that it's doable for me and I can meet all the requirements. I know with keto, it's low carb, high fat, but it's also lower protein. With the type of weight loss surgery that I had called the Duodo switch, I need a lot of protein. So I don't know if following keto's guidelines, how that's going to work, because I am a very slow loser. But I did find out something today. Dr. Eric Berg is all over YouTube with little 7, 10, 15-minute little clips. And even though you do everything right, if you lose weight slower, even though we all lose weight at different, but there are some people who lose weight faster, don't have a weight problem at all, and then there's people who lose very slow. And that's me. I guess my insulin, I need to have my doctor check it. I guess my insulin is wacky. So I would like to, I see her April 15th, so I'm going to talk to her about that and see what we can do, if we can check that, because I know right now, she said my blood sugar, my glucose is running very, very low, and my potassium's low. I take 6 potassium pills a day. My vitamin D is low. I take a vitamin D pill every day of 50,000 IUs. Most people take 2,000 a week, 1,000 a week, 5,000 a week. I take 50 a day because of my surgery, the malabsorption. So I have some other things we're dealing with. We're trying to figure out. So I'm thinking some of my other vitamins are low. So I need to get that looked into and checked out. And I want to learn about intermediate fasting, which tonight with dinner, we were done at 10 to 6. So 18 hours from now to do an 18-hour fast is nothing for me. I don't eat in the morning. And I usually eat in the afternoon, then I usually eat in the evening, and then like last night, I ate in the evening because there was some potato chips brought in the house, and I let my guard down and I had some. Not a lot, but enough. There's my crazy grand dog. So, and then dinner last night was chicken and dumplings with the eggy dumplings, not the fluffy kind, which is okay because I didn't eat that much dumplings because I don't care for the eggy kind. I like the fluffy kind. I didn't make it. My daughter-in-law did. Wasn't bad, but I'm just not that eggy. Ate a lot of chicken, but it's in the gravy, so that's no good for you. Last week was a lot of carb dinners, and she's like me. She's a carbaholic, and it's just hard because then if I don't make something to eat, or if I run out of food before I can shop again, then there's always leftovers, and some of it's carby and it's not no good for me. And then if I eat a lot of carbs, I do pay for it because of my surgery, how my body's set up. And that's just something that I really need to get my mind set for, is if I'm going to have a carby meal, it's going to be a good carby meal. And I usually only eat it once a year because I die afterwards, or wish I would. But like I said, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet. If you feel like it, even though you know it's gonna happen, just enjoy it for a minute and deal with it later. We got a lot of traffic out here tonight. Normally we don't have this much traffic. It's usually quiet. I mean, it's still quiet, but cars in and out, making the dog bark. So my weight this morning was 152.2. Last week it was 152.6. So that's 4/10 of a pound. Lost. I will take it. It wasn't a game. It wasn't a standstill. Every little tiny bit helps. So we're going to see what I can do. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, I think I had the barbecue chicken nachos. And the... Sorry, I was just being nosy. Had the barbecue chicken nachos on the menu for tomorrow, so I thought the little nacho chips would make more than they did, and they didn't, so I don't think I'm going to make them again right now, because I would have to make a bigger batch, because what came out wasn't, well, actually that was plenty for me, because I never ate all the nachos and the little avocado crisp I had down there. I had 2 of them. I never ate all that. I just ate the chicken, which was a half a serving, and I ate the cheese, which was a half a serving, and a little dollop of daisy, sour cream, which was, might have been close. We'll say that was a serving. I don't think it was, but we'll count it as a serving. But the other 2 I know. So I do have that barbecue chicken tomorrow to eat, and then have leftover tacos tomorrow, so I can make a taco salad if I wanted to do that. Or I can make a barbecue chicken salad. Now that does sound good, a barbecue chicken salad. And then this week I want to make the shrimp scallop and crab and a lemon butter sauce. So when I do that, I'm just going to be using, got a can of crab, and I'll use a half a bag of scallops and a half a bag of shrimp, or see what the serving is, and do it for probably 2 servings. Might be a little bit more on the crab. I haven't looked on the can. And probably 2 servings of shrimp, 2 servings of the scallops, and then that'll get me through the rest of the week. And I always have that to fall back on. And tomorrow night I'm cooking dinner. My daughter-in-law wants chicken spaghetti, so I'll probably do a cook with me video. I don't know if you've ever had chicken spaghetti. It's really good. So, and I don't eat a lot of that, and that's another meal we eat maybe once every 6 to 8 months. So I guess if I do the fasting, have a good meal, then have a not so good meal, but I won't eat as much on the chicken spaghetti because it's very filling, and I can always make sure I get the chicken, more chicken than spaghetti. But it has breadcrumbs in it, that's just the topping. It has the cream of chicken soup, so I know there's a lot in that. And chicken broth and sour cream, cheddar cheese. I can't remember what else off the top of my head. I was making it there for so long, I knew the whole recipe. Now I don't make it as much, so. Okay, so I know I'm talk, but I'm going to do some research into the keto. And I was looking at some people online that I watch, their Dollar Tree hauls and that. They've starting to go keto, and they're enjoying it. They're younger than me, so I mean, I know there's hope for everybody, and they are younger than me, so maybe that makes it a little bit easier. But we'll see. I'm going to put some really serious research into it and do some thought and write a lot of stuff down. So maybe later this week I will share what I learned, or next Monday I can share what I learned. And if you guys are on keto, please put how you feel about it, how you feel being on it. Is it hard for you? I'm not a real big meat eater, so that could be a problem, but chicken's my thing. But I know I can do chicken thighs put the skin on and get the fat from that. And that's a fattier cut. And even though chicken wings aren't as fatty, I love chicken wings. Spare ribs are good occasionally, and I like a good burger every now and then. I don't eat steak. I like shrimp, I like scallop. Maybe I could. This may be doable. Asparagus and broccoli. And what I might do tomorrow is I bought some radishes, and I was told, well, I saw on YouTube that by numerous people, if you cut the radishes up and fry them in a little bit of oil, which I think I'll do some Kerrygold butter, and you fry them up, when you eat them, they taste just like potatoes. Now, if I fry up some radishes and they taste just like potatoes, hallelujah, because I love me some potatoes. So we're going to do that Tuesday or Wednesday, and we're going to see how that turns out, because I don't want my radishes to go bad. Alright, guys. Comments, questions in the bottom. Tell your friends if you enjoy this. If you don't enjoy it, tell the people you don't like. Remember, subscribe, hit that bell, because when you hit that bell, every time I come on, you hear ding dong, Christina's here. And if you don't have a doorbell, we always got just knock on the door. Let you know here I am. Come and watch me, or not. But hit that like button, hit that dislike button. Just let me know. I'm trying to learn all this new stuff at one time, which I always seem to do that, but that's just who I am. Alright, guys. My friends, my new friends, my family, my new family. We all become family here. Except I can be Christina in Michigan displaced to Hawaii or something, because it's awful chilly out here, you know, Michigan weather. So I will see everybody. I'll try to get the chicken spaghetti up tomorrow. If not, it'll be up Wednesday for sure. So I will talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.